Hi and welcome to Project Diaries. Today's video is a very sad one. Late last night I found out that one of my younger subscribers took his own life due to the fact he was being bullied, and most of last night I stayed up trying to think whether I should or shouldn't do this video, but I've come to the conclusion that if this helps one person, then it's definitely worth me doing it. So today I'm going to share my experience with bullying and hopefully help you have some advice on how to deal with it. Now, I've been bullied throughout my entire life, be it from early days in school all the way up to even this week, be it from verbal abuse, physical violence or cyberbullying. Now this is something that I've obviously had to adapt to try and keep a grip of, but a lot of people are finding this is becoming a huge problem. This is growing, and there's many ways that people can become a bully. Whether it be pressures of trying to be in a certain social group, or the fact that someone's having a bad day, or they might even be being bullied themselves and trying to take it out on somebody that's weaker than them. Sorry, today's quite a hard video for me to do. But the one thing is that the one problem it's not is you, the person who's being bullied. It has nothing to do with you. Now, if you're being bullied, the bully is the weaker one. They are trying to get a rise out of you or make you feel bad so they feel better about themselves. It has nothing to do with you as a person. Now, they can attack you for being short, small, fat, skinny, different colour, for many different things. But the one thing it's not is your fault. It may be hurtful and it may be really hard for you to deal with, but under no circumstances deal with this alone. Bullies want you to break off from groups of friends, catch you by themselves, so you become an easy prey for them to pick on. Now, as I say, I've been bullied majority of my life. Throughout early days of school, I was really small. I was 3'11" for at least 10 years throughout my entire high school year, and I was always bullied for being tiny. I had the mundane, regular being locked in school lockers or picked on because I was tiny. And I physically couldn't do anything. These guys were a lot bigger than me in every single way, and I was just getting regular beatings and verbal abuse almost daily. So I became a lot more witty with and a bit smarter with my mouth. Now, a lot of these problems I did cause for myself. Some of the feedback that I gave my bullies was the fact that I might be short, but one day I will grow, but you'll still be ugly. Now, that obviously got me a lot of beatings, and I don't recommend doing this at all. But go to your teachers. Now, I tried to play up in class. I used humour to try and make the bullies laugh and hopefully try and win them over by jokes, and just became a class clown due to the fact that I was just mouthing off to the teachers so they could give me a detention, which meant that I'd be sticking around school for an extra hour after lessons, and all the bullies would just go home, so I wouldn't take a beating at the end of the day. That also allowed me to have a one-on-one with my teachers, so I can express my feelings and tell them my worries and what was happening to me. Now, that kind of action does take a lot of guts, and I kind of just stumbled on it, but it really helped. Talking to my teachers and my head teacher was one of the best things I could have done. It meant that the teachers were looking out for me, and I just felt a lot more relieved due to the fact I had a bit of help. Now, I let this fester for so long, it became such a problem where I was becoming aggressive and angry myself, and I was wrong for doing that. But with the help from others, it just became a lot easier. It might not have stopped all the beatings, but it gave me that reassurance that it wasn't my fault. Now, still experiencing depression as an adult, I've still scrolled through my Facebook feed and I've become angry or jealous, or I've lost self-esteem looking at my friends posting them going out at night. Why didn't I get invited? Or you're having a better life than me. But I can guarantee you, every single person on this planet has one problem they're trying to face, but that doesn't give them any right to try and take their bad days out on you. Now, if you think some of the best horror movies are the ones where you don't actually see the monster because your mind can fill in the gaps and create something that's much worse than what you can physically see. The same goes for depression and what happens when you have low self-esteem. Don't lock yourself away. Don't deal with this by yourself. Those thoughts and and visions will just fester and become a huge negative impact on your own life. Now, having a disability made me really open to bullying at school, and I never thought in all my years that I'd actually still get bullied as an adult. Throughout my 20s I was engaged, and the girl fell pregnant, and it turned out not to be mine, and instead of just walking away, the whole family decided to bully me and try to destroy my life. Now that and a lot of other things, it did drive me to try and take my own life and OD, but thankfully it didn't happen. So after failing school, I decided to get into music. Now, I was a failed musician, I didn't keep my skills up, but I did start getting into music again, and I became a DJ, and I promoted other events to help younger DJs, which then led on to helping me promote younger bands and give them the break that I never had. That then took me on to tour managing. I travelled the world, and I've worked with some amazing bands. And then I started this project. Now, I did get bullied at the beginning of doing this. I went from an extremely great rocking lifestyle, and I was living the dream. But me looking after Grandad was just good karma. It was something that I felt passionate about and something I wanted to do. And doing gardening is now my new vice, and I can actually say I'm happier than I've ever been. I've got rid of all those demons from all the bullies and the frustration and the aggressive and self-loathing, and I'm loving every second of it. Now, if that would have happened of me taking my own life early in 20s, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't have been able to allow so many people to have such an opportunity and feel like I've inspired so many people across the globe. You might feel like your problems are taking over your life, taking over your mind, and you're alone. But this will pass. Bullies will carry on doing it. I'm not saying your life's going to be bully free, but it's how you deal with them. That really matters. Now, some of the best advice I can give is try to stay in groups of friends. There's lots of technology these days where you can film these attacks verbally or physically. So if you're in a group of friends, try to get them to film what's happening. And don't deal with it by yourself. Go to a family member, go to a teacher, go to an elder, go to anybody that you can. There's many groups online and different social media groups where you can find people to relate to. But do not do this by yourself. If you're being cyberbullied, screenshot these conversations and comments. That way you can show other people, such as your parents, teachers, or friends. Or block them. There's many privacy settings on your account, so make sure that anything you're posting isn't public. Just keep it to your friends. Now, me creating this channel allowed me to be open to all kinds of people globally, and thankfully a huge majority has been positive. But I've still allowed those one little internet trolls, or those people that have had a really bad day, allow it to affect me and how I've dealt with this channel. I've now come over that, and it's basically, I don't care anymore. If they want to mouth off or swear, my certain rules are: do not swear in my comments, do not treat me disrespectfully or any of my subscribers or viewers. I'm in control of that, and that's what you need to do with your own social media. Block these people. Don't share your posts publicly. Do not bite back. These are the weaker people. They want to get a rise out of you. Some people even hide behind fake accounts and pseudonyms. They haven't even got the guts to tell you their real name. These people are low. They are lowlifes, and they are not worth your time. Do not allow them to affect you in a negative way. Now, I know that's easy to say, and it's a lot harder to put into practice. But please, if you can stop it early days, do not let this grow into something bigger than it is. Now, all the way through school, it felt like I had to act like everybody else just to be accepted, and just basically become a clone. Now, I do agree with school uniforms. This is a great way to give people a level playing field. Now, when I was a kid, and even now, that people were being bullied because you're not wearing the right designer clothes or you haven't got the right shoes. So uniforms are great for that. But people still have that kind of pressure in society, and it's just not right. But when you finish school, your individuality and you standing out is what is going to get you a job. Your personality and becoming something completely different is going to allow these employers to see you as a new beacon of light. If everybody's the same, looks the same, acts the same, you're not going to stand out. you're just going to be a sheep. So be individual. Allow yourself to have projects. Be different. If you're gay, straight, fat, skinny, tall, small, it doesn't matter. Just be who you want to be and be happy with who you are. Don't allow these magazines to tell girls that they need a certain thigh gap or body shape. You can go all the way back to the Renaissance period where shapely women and larger women were deemed more sexy than skinny. It's just the time and social moulding that allows people to feel these insecurities, and I'm completely against it. I don't buy into gossip mags. I don't like media. I don't like the way that these beauty therapists tell you you're ugly. You're not. You're a seed that is going to grow into something beautiful if you're not already. So don't allow these bullies to control you in this kind of way. That's what really matters. So my advice is speak out. Go on social media, find groups of people that are your same kind of intellect, your same kind of interests. Now, if you're a boy and you love Hello Kitty and unicorns, then go on social media sites and find a group of people that love the same as you. Talk to these people and build your confidence. If you're gay and you've had the absolute balls to come out while you're a teenager, then you're an amazing person. Do not allow people to tell you otherwise. If you're short, you'll grow. If you don't feel like you're adapting to the way that other girls are, or other boys, or as sporty as they are, it doesn't matter. Maybe that wasn't for you, but you will be good at something. Everyone has a talent. You just need to find out how to grow it from the inside. And it starts with how you think of yourself. Build your self-esteem. Find projects and other people to share with. And please don't do this by yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.